All right, what's up, guys? Today's video shouldn't be very long. I'm actually going to just go over the homework that was due at midnight with you. Going to go over it thoroughly, make sure we have that down. And then after the video, I have a Kahoot for y'all to do. Just do it once. Obviously, I can tell if you do it more than once because we only have 24 people in my pre-algebra. So if it's more than 24, people did it more than once. Use your name so I can tell who it is and how you did. It's not timed, so you can take your time as you do it. Write it down. Try and get them all right. Try and be the highest score, okay? We may throw some participation grades into that. And then I have another 8-5 slope intercept form worksheet for you to do. Just have to do the evens on that, get that turned in. After the video, Kahoot worksheet should be an hour, a little bit more of work. So hopefully you can get that done and have a good weekend, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, flip over to my iPad. All right, so here on the homework, problem number 1. All these were given everything we need, so we just have to write it down. So we'd have y equals 5x minus 3, y equals negative 6x minus 2, y equals 3x plus 2. So here you don't have to write the 1, it's understood. So y equals x minus 12. Here over here, 2, we got y equals negative 2x plus 7. We have y equals 7x plus 1. And we have y equals negative 4x minus 9. And so here, the slope is 0. So you don't write 0x. 0 times x is 0. So we would have just y equals 8. Remember, that would be a vertical line, right? Y is going to be a horizontal line. Slope is 0. Remember the skier going 0 miles per hour. If we had a graph, it would look like that. Okay. So those are our answers there. Super easy. Just writing it down should take y'all 2 seconds to get all that stuff down. There's no tricks really, except for 8 a little bit, okay? All right, number 9. So our slope, I know I did this in class, but our y-intercept's given at 0, negative 3 right there. So I know b is negative 3. And then my slope, I'm gonna rise over run, so I'm gonna do up and down first. So I'm up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's up 4. Then I'm right 2. So that would be 4 over 2, which would be a slope of 2. So my answer would be y equals 2x minus 3. Okay, y equals 2x minus 3. All right, next question. 10. So again, my y-intercept is given right there, which is nice. Got that. So b is 2. So to get my slope, I'm going to count it out. So up and down we do first. It's on top. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since I'm down, that's negative 6. And then I'm right 2. 1, 2, plus 2. So I have negative 6 over 2, which that would be a slope of negative 3. So my slope intercept form would be y equals negative 3x plus 2. Okay? Y equals negative 3x plus 2. Okay. Next problem, number 11. Again, my y-intercept's given. That's nice. Got that going for us. So my y-intercept's at -1. And my slope, I'm going to go down 2. So that's a -2. Then I'm right 2. So that's +2. So that'd be -2 over 2, which is -1. So my slope would be y equals -x minus 1. With our slope of -1, you can if you write -1x, that's fine. You're not going to get taken off, but technically you just write it as -x there. Okay, so we got that problem there. Number 12, y equals x plus 4. So we're in slope-intercept form. We need to graph that. So I'm going to rewrite that here. Y equals x plus 4. So my slope is going to be 1. The coefficient in front of x is 1. But to graph that, I'm going to write that as 1 over 1. Then my y-intercept is 4. So that's going to be at 0, 4. So when I write that, 1, 2, 3, 4, my y-intercept there. And so I'm up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. And I showed you all this last class, but you can go the other direction too. 1 over 1 is the same thing as -1 over -1, right? Because a negative over a negative is a positive. So when I'm graphing that, I can go down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1 if you want to get a more, to get a better visual of that graph, okay? So I have my line, boom, that looks nice. That looks nice, okay? Good. So next problem, number 13. I'm going to rewrite this down here again so we can see it better. Y equals -2x minus 1. So my slope is -2. So when I graph that, I need to write that as -2 over 1. Okay, so I'm down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. And then my y-intercept, b, is at 0, -1. So remember, I always mark my y-intercept first. So I'm going to mark it at 0, -1, right? So for my slope, it's a negative slope. So remember, a negative slope, if you get confused, it's going to be going down from left to right, like we're reading a book. So I'm down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. And so then if we want to get the slope going back the other direction, all right, once you'll start visually seeing this, I could also do my slope as 2 over -1, because that's also -2. Positive over negative is negative. So if I wanted to go the other way, I could go up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1. It's another way to do it. And so, I have my line. Not good enough. There we go. So I have my line. Look at it. If we're reading it like a book, it's going down from left to right. Okay, we have a negative slope, so it's going down. Okay. Last, this is good. This is in standard form. So as we see these, remember, you got to put it into slope-intercept form. So here, I got x plus y equals -3. Make sure, yep. All right, so this one's real easy to do, real easy to flip. Just subtract x, subtract x, and you get y equals negative x minus 3. And now I'm in slope-intercept form. I went from standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. Went from standard form to slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. And the way you do that from standard to slope-intercept is you solve for y. So my slope is -1. So remember, write that as -1 over 1 or 1 over -1. Doesn't matter. They're the same thing. Doesn't matter. And then my y-intercept is at -3. So that's 0, -3, right? So I'm going to mark that y-intercept. Always mark it first. Okay. And so my slope, I'm going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, or I'm going to go up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. And I have my line. Okay. Boom. All right. So what I do want to do is I want to do one more like that, except you don't have this. I'm taking this next problem from your homework that's due Sunday night, and it's an odds problem, so you don't have it, but I want you to see another graph from when we go from standard to slope intercept. So if you have 4x minus 2y equals 8. All right, just pay attention, just watch along. You don't have to do anything. Again, I'm in standard form. So to get it in slope intercept, I need to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 4x, and I have -2y equals -4x plus 8. Okay. Then I'll divide by -2. And I'll have y equals 2x minus 4. Okay, so my y-intercept is at -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have a positive slope, so it's going to be going up from left to right. Right? M is 2. 2 over 1. B is -4. 0, -4. So I'm up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. And I have my line. So when you're graphing these points, a good rule of thumb is to at least graph 3 points. 4 is best. 3 is preferred. 2 is not enough. 2, just doing 2 points, you can get some lines that aren't very accurate and hard to see, hard to read, hard to look at, hard to grade. So let's make sure that we're at least graphing 3 lines. All right, so again, it's good. I don't care what order you do it. Kahoot's due Sunday night by midnight. I would suggest you go ahead and do it now, work on it, all right? While this is fresh on your brain. It's not timed, use paper, plenty of time, try and get them all right. And then you have another worksheet. Remember, on the worksheet, you only have to do the even problems, okay? You only have to do the even problems. So go ahead, get that done, and have a good weekend, all right? See y'all on Monday.